What's going on, guys? Welcome to Ponder Creations Farm Kitchen. We are having a full kitchen day, and I figured I was going to take you guys along. So let's see what we're making. The stove is back in working order. So for breakfast, believe it or not, we are having some potato skins, and I'm just going to do some eggs right here on the top of the grill, and we also have some smoked salmon. The Aga essentially steams eggs, and I haven't had these in months, so I'm super excited. Little Tony Satcheries, and I only do 2 at a time because you shut this, and if you do the 4, because I'm doing 4, it would get like all in this part and get gross. So they are done. They really don't take very long at all. Brunch is served. The thing we are constructing today is what I call egg pie. You can do this with potatoes, you can do this with leftover plain pasta, and you can put any vegetable you want in it. Today we are going to do some peppers, and I've got some caramelized onions, some fresh onions, and then we've got a dozen eggs, and then I did in some milk, some cheddar cheese powder, egg powder, and some heavy cream powder, just to give it a little bit of more flavor. And I'm gonna get some greens in here too, just to give it a little fleck of color. And we'll put some Colby Jack cheese on the top. All right, we got all the ingredients in. I'm gonna get this covered and cook this in the oven for 45 minutes at 350. Next up on the list is more just like a construction project. I'm gonna do 2 buffalo chicken dips, one for my kids either tonight when they get back from skiing or tomorrow on Saturday, or for the Super Bowl on Sunday. So instead of doing it in one dish, I'm gonna do 2, so we have a new one for Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm gonna link the video here so you guys can check that out for the recipe. All right, we've got our buffalo dips done, and we are really starting to stack on the dishes, and I have a problem because the dishes in my dishwasher are clean, so I gotta get this emptied. Next project we are getting into is cran orange bread, and here is the ingredient list. I'm gonna add some vanilla to this, and I'm gonna sub out the walnuts for pecans that I just crushed. You guys know the trick to save your butter wrappers so that it's nice and easy to butter your pans? Love that hack. When you use pure cane sugar, it is way more sweet. So for this recipe, it called for 3/4 of a cup, and we're just gonna do a 1/2 cup of sugar, and we're gonna substitute for honey the other 1/4 cup. I also added my vanilla, and I'm gonna get that creamed up. Next thing to go in is gonna be the egg. While all this stuff is going, I'm gonna get my baking soda, baking powder, salt, all that stuff together. I don't actually have fresh OJ, but I do have canned OJ, so I'm going to use that. This is just a no waste project that I did because nobody was drinking the OJ, because that's how it goes with teenagers. But I've got all that creamed. I'm going to get this in, and my orange zest. These cranberries that I'm going to use are the ones that I had made juice out of, and now I drank all the juice, so I'm just going to use these. So this is really a nice low waste bread that we're making, because these cranberries, I normally would just put these in a Ziploc in the freezer, and then put them in my next freeze dryer batch. Get this going in here. You could do an icing on the top of this. Normally I taste test it first, because if it's sweet enough, I don't like things too sweet. So icing is something that I don't really do on these breads, but you absolutely can with just some confectionery sugar and orange juice. This kind of bread, I'm partial to a little bit of sugar on the top, so you can either do cinnamon sugar or just regular sugar. I'm just going to do the pure cane sugar. It's really sweet and delicious. I just got them in the oven, so I'm going to set a timer for 30 minutes and cook them for 30 minutes covered, and then we're going to take that off and cook them for 30 minutes uncovered also. Today I'm taking a shortcut. I had bought this the last time I went to Costco, so we're going to do 2 trays of brownies, one with nuts and one without. It definitely took an hour, which is pretty normal. So the one in the front looks perfect, and the one in the back got a little bit crispy, but that's okay. It'll still taste good. That's it for the kitchen today. Let's head out and see what the babies are doing outside. I opened the door for them, and all they do is go and see if they can break into the food. These girls are too smart. Hi, guys. Who's who, Ro? These are your babies? Oh, so now I know how they're getting out. They can just fit right through. You want to go see what Daddy's doing to the garden? Come on, go see. So I'll go see. I'll show you guys. Oh, here he comes. Shut the garden. I would. You've got an entourage now. All the helpers are out today. Full force. She's loving this creeping time over here. was gonna say they were leaving the lavender alone, but now they're picking at it a little bit. It's a new day, so that calls for new projects, and we have this huge brisket going on the smoker for Super Bowl tomorrow. Kevin's gonna get it on the smoker for 6 hours, and then it's gonna go in our warming oven that's about at like 225-ish degrees, and it's gonna finish in there overnight. And I am about to get all this tallow rendered down. Because these electric canners are so easy, I've got a little canning project going on with some soup, and we're gonna get that done. Any kind of soup that has meat in it needs to be pressure canned for an hour. So thanks for joining me at the farm today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our large batch cooking day. I do this probably once a week where I just try to get a lot of projects out of the way. Of course, I forgot to feed my sourdough starter this day because I was so busy, but there's always tomorrow. We'll see you then.